Hello, my darling ladies. Crystal, your dating coach. Dating over 40, over 50. Well, I'm over 50. 60. What is it like to date over 40? Well, I made a recent video and I said, dating over 40, you are still the prize. But here are 6 things you need to know when dating over 40. Well, I found out that dating over 40 was easier because, you know a little bit about men by then. You know what you want, you know what they want, you know how relationships work more or less. So I believe dating over 40 is fabulous. Here's 6 things you need to know. Number 1, does he have children? Does he have kids? Not adult children, 35, 40, that's no problem. They have their own life. But when you're dating a man and he has children under 12, that can be a problem. Unless you also have children. If you also have children, then you can be the Brady Bunch and all get together and go out for, days out in the park, brunches, and get together with the kids, like Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. But if you don't have children, which I don't, and you date a man with children, it could be difficult because he doesn't have that much time for you. Even if he adores you and wants to spend all his free time with you, he can't. He has children, young children, under 12, 4, 5, 6, 8. And they sometimes need daddy. So they'll, call him up, or his ex-wife will call him up, telling him, your daughter wants to see you, your son wants to see you. She fell down, she has a cold, there's a problem. And of course, you are parent for the rest of your life. So you have to see if you can deal with that. Can you deal with a man with young children? I'm going to be honest. Dealt with it, never again. Weekend free, we were supposed to get together, and he told me, no, my ex-wife had to go out of town, so I have to keep the kids this weekend. He already had the kids one weekend, yes, one weekend, no. But sometimes he would have them 2 weekends in a row. So I've been there. I'm a, woman with no children. So if you are a woman with children, maybe it's no problem, but that's what you need to find out. Does he have children under 12? Number 2, does he want children? Yes. He may be 40, 50, maybe even be 60. And you know what? He may want kids. He may want children. Do you want children? You're over 40, 50. Do you want children? So that's an issue you have to discuss with this man you're dating. Do you want children? Does he want children? If you don't want any children and he does, well, that's a big red flag. It's not going to work. Or maybe you are over 40, but you do still want children. And of course, it's possible. I mean, look at all the people who had them. Meghan Markle, Jeannie Mai, that comes to my brain right now. So if he doesn't want children and you want children, that's something you have to deal with. So no. Does he want children? Do you want children? And does he want to have children? So that's another thing you need to know. Number 3, has he ever been married? So over 40, 50, 8 out of 10 men have been married. And that's a good thing because it means that he, does believe in a serious relationship. He got married. But if he's over 40 or 50 or close to 60 and never been married, that's a little red flag. Not a big red flag, but it's a red flag. This is a man who hasn't gotten married. This is a man who avoided marriage because, give me a break, he had long relationships and 2 out of 3 women, we want to get married. So if he's never been married and you do want to get married, that's something that you would like to do because it doesn't matter if you're 40, 50 or pushing 60, you can get married. You have all the right to get married and you can find a man who wants to get married. So you have to know this while dating. Has he ever been married? And is he open to getting married? Know these 3 things while you're dating a man. Number 4, how long was his longest relationship? How long has it been? So, we're not going to talk about marriage. Maybe he's been married 10 or 20 years. No, we want to know relationships after being married. His new single life. Has he had any relationships after being married? 2 years, 3 years? Or maybe he says he's separated or divorced 10 years and hasn't had even one relationship. Well, my darlings, I'm not going to think I'm the girl, I'm the lady who's going to change his mind. He's going to look at me and say, yes, I want a relationship now. No. If it's been over 5 or 6 years since he's been separated or divorced, and he hasn't had any relationships, my darlings, he doesn't want a relationship. He doesn't want a relationship. Been there, done that, been married, is enjoying the single life. So if you do want a relationship, if you're a happy-go-lucky girl and that's okay with you, you're not looking for anything serious, go for it. But if you're looking for a serious relationship, and this man who is over 40, 50, who has been married, separated, or divorced, hasn't had one serious relationship since the end of his marriage, and it's been more than 5 or 6 years, maybe even 10 years, this isn't relationship material man. He is not a man that you can become serious with and think that you can have a future with him. Don't think you're going to change his mind. As I said in other videos, when a man says he doesn't want a relationship, believe him. And if a man, after being separated or divorced, has passed 5 or 6 years and hasn't had one serious relationship, he's not looking for a serious relationship. So let's take that man on the side. What are their future plans? You have to talk to them about it. What is on their bucket list? So if he says, I'd love to go to Europe. I've never been there. I want to travel to France, Spain, Italy, travel around. And you mention, I would love to go to Europe also. And he just replies, oh, really? And not, well, maybe we can go together, or maybe, we can do it together, not including you. Or maybe he says, my friend always wanted to get a boat. Maybe I'll ride around, with him on the boat, travel around America, see the North and the West and the East and the South. Just saying things that are basically for a single man. Saying, I'm just living life day to day, no real plans. This is not relationship material. He may be a great man, good guy, intelligent, great job, but he's not relationship material. And you are looking for a relationship. So we don't invest any more time in this man. Number 6, last but not least, if you do want to get married, because whether, like I said, 40, 50, or even 60, you can still get married, and you can meet a man who also wants to get married. But you must know, you must have that conversation. If he's been married, divorced, does he want to get married again? Or if he's never been married, does he want to get married? Does he see marriage in his future? You let him know, of course. You see marriage in your future. You would like to have a serious relationship. You would like to have a husband. You would like to get married. Let him know that. See what he says. See exactly what he thinks about getting married or getting married again. Do not waste your time. That's what we don't have, my darling. Ladies over 40. Time to waste. So, of course, dating over 40 is like dating at you were 20 or 30. The only difference, pushing my cat off the table. The only difference, no time to waste. The only difference, we must know who we're dating. Know what he wants. Know if he really does want a relationship. Marriage is in his future. We must know about his life. Does he have young kids? Does he want kids? So when you have all this information, then you can start investing your time, your emotion into this man. But if you haven't gotten out this information, find out. Know all of these 6 things before you invest. So I say invest. Invest and then test. Test by asking these small questions, finding out exactly where he stands in having a relationship and getting married. Dating over 40, dating over 50, yes, You can date, you can have a relationship, and you can get married. It's all up to you and the man you choose to date. Ciao for now, my darling ladies. Share with your friends, give me a thumbs up, and click that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon. Over 40, over 50, like me, you're still the prize.